Don't get your panties in a bunch. I just finished my 4 alcohol and I'm ready for a chat. So let's start off with the backstory here. As most of you all know, I wasn't always a reader. I only really started doing this as a hobby when I was like about 17 years old. And right after I started, I discovered BookTube because I thought, hey, why don't I look up a book review for this book? And then boom, my life changed forever. Since then, my reading life has always been in tune with BookTube, to the point where they both kind of meshed into being one thing. So for example, I would assume that if the majority of you stop your BookTube channels, you would still be reading. With me, I don't think that's the case. I would still read, but I would read significantly less than the little that I already do. And that was bothering me for a while because I was thinking to myself, why is it that my reading life is so dependent on me having a BookTube channel? Why is it that every time I think about reading a book, my mind automatically just jumps forward to me talking about it in a wrap-up, or in a tag, or in a book review, or in a haul? So because this thing has sort of been bothering me, I thought that if I just tried to correct it, I would feel better about it. So when I tried to up my reading pace, I came to another epiphany, which was that I don't want to read all that much. I've always said that I'm a slow reader, but I've really thought about that critically, and I found that like I do have the capacity to read at least 5, 6, 7 books in a month. I do, and I've done it before. But what I've realized is that I just don't want to read that much. I'm just not inclined to read that much. I'm not always in the mood to read that much. Perhaps that might change in the future, and I hope that it does change in the future, but recently I decided to stop letting this whole thing bother me. Because number one, if I don't want to read all that much, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and I could still have a BookTube channel and read as minimal as possible because there's no rules when it comes to BookTube. Obviously, you could read 1 book a month and still be a BookTuber. The key to knowing whether if BookTube is your thing or not is if you do BookTube and you don't like it, don't do it. If you do it and you like it, keep doing it. It has nothing to do with how many books you read, and I've made a video about this before, so you could go and check that out. But be warned, I might say that I'm a slow reader in that video. And I've also come to the conclusion that there's nothing wrong with my reading life being dependent on my BookTube life. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If BookTube is the main thing that's motivating me to read, and if it's one of the main reasons why I read, I shouldn't see that as a problem. Of course, I read for other reasons, the same reasons as you, for relaxation, for fun, for, you know, experiencing stories and seeing, you know, the lives of other people. Like, that's why I read too, but BookTube is something that kind of pushes me to do more than I think I would have if I wasn't a BookTuber. And there's nothing wrong with that. As I said, there's nothing wrong with that, and it's been bothering me for a very long time because I was actually planning to make a whole nother video talking about how I'm really upset because I feel like BookTube is controlling me. It's informing my reading life. I'm constantly thinking about, like, I'm constantly associating my books and my reading with BookTube, and I thought that that was unhealthy, but it really doesn't matter because it's not that important. You know, maybe one day that could change, but as of right now, I don't think I have a problem with that anymore, and if that's the case with you, I don't think you should have a problem with it either. That's it for this very quick, chatty video. If you have any thoughts on this whole scenario, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and until next time, inshallah, keep reading.